And welcome, one and all, back to another edition of the Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Marcus. You are joining me live in the Comedy Studios. But I'm never alone, a woman boy, Joey LaFaro. Joe, say hello to the people.
Hey, people.
Oh man, Joey, another exciting week here at That Comedy. We do have a special guest this week, sir.
Do we?
We do. Camilo Diaz, welcome back to the That Comedy Podcast.
What's up, Marcus? What's up, Joey?
What up?
Not much, man. Glad to have you on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna have some fun this week, Joey.
Well,
Oh man, it's been an interesting week, Joe.
it has. It's been weird.
Has it been weird to you?
I had a fun weekend.
You did?
I know it's in the middle of all the death and decay that is the cold of winter and the grayness of February. I found a brief respite from my seasonal affective disorder. I had fun on a Saturday night.
Okay. What did you do on Saturday night?
I had two comedy shows. I did Solly's,
Okay.
and then I did a show at KT Lounge.
Okay.
I think that was a venue. Here's the thing. I got hit up to do it that morning. I got told it was 15-minute spots, and I was like, okay, I'll see if I can swing by after, thinking I was going to race over there. So I did a good set at Solly's, and I was like, I kind of want to network, but I got to get over to this other show. So I left. I get to the other show. There's nobody there
Oh.
in the parking lot.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. And the way they have the wrap on the building over all the windows on the front of this building.
Okay.
So you don't know which door you're supposed to use. I just randomly opened a door.
Uh-huh.
And I walk in, and there is one person in there. And that is comedian Miss Dread, who's hilarious, by the way. We'll get to have her on in a couple weeks. But we were like, we could rob this place. Like, there's no one here. We were there for like 15, 20 minutes, and there's no one else in the building. We heard pots and pans clanging in the back. I don't know why. They didn't serve food. So we were really confused as to what the fuck was going on. And we're like, we could have just poured our whole bottles like in our mouths while we were waiting, because like we didn't know where the show was. Like, is there going to be an audience? What was going to happen? So eventually, I was only mad because I like didn't have to leave. I could have
hung out there.
I could have done all the networking after the show if people like my jokes. You know, just someone who likes the one joke I have, and then and then they'll get to follow me, and then we might have had extra listener tonight.
We always got good listeners, huh?
Yeah. So it was fun though. I definitely had more alcohol than I probably should have.
So how did the set go? So did the audience appear at any point in time?
Most of the audience was comedians. Miss Sin was there though.
Okay.
Former podcast guest, so shout out to her.
Mm-hmm.
And Red Crocs, who put on the show. It was a fun show. We had fun. It wasn't a large audience, but the audience that was there was all game for it. Okay,
cool, man, cool.
It's always fun when you have a bisexual comic hitting on a lesbian comic.
Oh,
and they're messing with each other the whole night. That just makes for entertainment in and of itself.
I can see that making for some type of entertainment, rectile entertainment. But that's just my entertainment. I have entertainment that's not like everybody else's entertainment. Oh man, how do you spell Mardi Gras?
MARDI GRAS, but they're two separate words.
Yeah, I know that.
Marcus, what entertainment are you talking about?
Lesbian entertainment is my
he's talking about the tag on Pornhub. That's what he's talking about.
That's one of my favorites. When there's no dudes around, that means it's all stuff I like. Like Joey's in the black chicks in porn, aren't you, Joey?
I mean, I was the only off-white comic in the room.
Yeah,
on Saturday night. That might have been why I had so much fun.
Oh man! Anything happened to you this week, Camilo?
This week, so I saw Joey on Thursday, right?
Okay.
Oh, I forgot we did that show.
Alex Starr's show at the Ugly Mug.
Okay.
We performed there together. That's where Miss Chocolate lectured me. She called me a mama's boy and said I need to admit that I'm a mama's boy and move out. And
Seems like she would. I don't know
Be
why.
careful. That's my adopt. She adopted me, so I'm technically her grandson or some shit now. I gotta be careful.
yeah.
Well, grandma coming after you.
Yeah.
I watched Medea Homecoming.
You know what
You don't
happened?
want a black grandma
Yeah,
coming
see,
after you.
No, because like she won't get mad at the person, your friend who says stuff. That all that'll get taken out on the relative, the person this is related to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so how'd you do on that show?
I did okay,
Mhm.
average.
Okay.
I kind of I ended my set badly. I said to the audience, I said, "Fuck all of you." I thought it'd be funny, but nobody laughed. Nobody laughed.
Hey,
I laughed, but I was wearing a mask, so you might not have heard.
So you didn't hear him. He's a muffled laugh. The muffled laugh of Joseph in the back.
True.
Hey man. Hey, sometimes you gotta tell him fuck all you. Joey did that at a show. Joey did that at a show, and he almost got into a fight that I almost had to break up.
I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
I said, "Shut the fuck up."
There you go. See,
That was different.
it was fundamentally different, but fundamentally the same.
And I was doing it on behalf of the audience members that were paying attention, that wanted to hear jokes and couldn't hear them over nonsense.
Where was this?
This was at Hakuna Matata Grill,
Where is that?
Wheaton, Maryland.
In Wheaton.
Oh, Wheaton.
Yeah. That was
It's the Art Garfield show with
Yeah.
Mike Brooks back in, was it October?
that was October, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey man. You gotta get your laugh somehow. You gotta get these funny people out to the funny people.
I had a lot of heckling at that KT Lounge show, mostly because I guess everyone felt like they were just going to have part of a conversation because there was like 8 people there. But I handled all of it well. Apparently, I'm very good at handling that show when I'm drunk.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. I could have told you that because I've been with you drunk. I know your mouth just runs.
I'm quicker.
Yeah. You're quicker on the uptake when you have a little bit of liquid courage in you. Oh man, but Joey, today's a special day, my friend.
Is it?
It is Fat Tuesday.
Oh.
And that means Mardi Gras has happened since this weekend, I'm guessing.
Oh, that means I got to do all my sinning before dawn.
Yes, because tomorrow is Ash Wednesday, the day that white people just rub black coal on their face. I don't know why they do it. It's just
their
weird.
palm habits. But okay.
Okay, cool. And then they drink wine at church. I've never understood you Catholics and you half Catholics. The half Catholics are the Lutherans. I call them half Catholics because they don't seem real Catholic-y. Like Catholicly,
Because they're not Catholic.
Catholics
they literally started Protestantism.
Catholics to me seem like they're punished for being servants of Christ. The Lutherans seem like they celebrate a little more, but they're still bland. Because
they're still white people.
Yeah, the Lutherans are the people who have a barbecue that nobody seasons any food at. The Catholics are the people who look at you and say, "Bring stuff," because I'm poor.
The Lutherans have the barbecue where all the pictures look great, but when you're there, you're like,
This was some shit.
I have COVID. I can't taste anything.
But I will say to everyone out there, Joey, let me see if I can get this correctly because my girlfriend was telling me I said it wrong a couple times. Leslie Bon Ton Roulette. That means let the good times roll.
Oh.
To all my brothers and sisters down in New Orleans, and in Turks and Caicos, and Brazil, and everywhere else that women are dressed scantily in the Caribbean.
I don't know. I took 4 years of French and I learned one word for each year. Je, ne, sais, and pas, which means I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know French.
Well, laissez le bon temps rouler is what I'm prepared to say in French. Every Fat Tuesday from now on, Joey LaFara.
Why? It's the start of Lent.
No, it's the end. It's the Mardi Gras time. So when you're out there in the streets tonight, you can just have fun.
Oh, you're talking about Carnival. That's like a whole other thing.
I'm not talking about Carnival. They down there partying. Joey, see, this is the reason I don't talk to you about shit. This is the fundamental reason why we don't talk very often. I try to get you cultured and figure you out what Black Creole people are doing, but you don't want to listen. I made some red beans and rice early. You want some?
I asked.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I know you know.
You could have said, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat some later." That's all you had to do.
You made some.
How long is Lent?
40 days.
Oof.
When does it start? Is there
Literally
Tomorrow.
Literally,
Oh,
so
it starts tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
the day after, someone goes Mardi Gras, and then Ash Wednesday is the first day of Lent. And
Gotcha.
then you basically have, and even though I think you're supposed to wait till Easter, but even though that's longer than 40 days, I don't know all the rules. You can't eat meat on Friday for some. But
Gotta
you
eat
can
fish.
which makes no fucking sense.
Because Jesus only ate fish. He ain't no cow. He ain't no cow. Ain't no swine.
I don't care. I don't do it. I don't know this. I like. It's like I said. I'm a Catholic the same way I'm a Yankees fan. I'll wear the hat, but I don't fucking know how the team's doing.
That's
I
an
don't
interesting way of
fucking
putting
know.
that.
I don't know the base. I don't know the lineup. Don't come asking me. Oh, did you see the game? No, I didn't. I don't watch them.
Don't ask me who the Pope is. I don't fucking know.
I got born. I got born, and that was my assigned baseball team. Like, that's all.
Gotcha. I
But
understand.
I don't really enjoy that sport.
No one really enjoys
I
baseball.
don't enjoy the sport of religion. I don't watch church games.
The Game of Thrones, as they call it, because that's
Yeah.
exactly what they do. Oh man, but yeah, man. So Mardi Gras started this week, I'm sorry, Lent starts tomorrow. What you giving up for Lent, Joey?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Mhm.
I'm debating giving up fucking.
Have you had this conversation yet?
Well, the only reason is it may be medically necessary.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be all fucked up. For
I'm having hip
40
surgery.
days.
I'm having hip surgery,
Yeah.
and the here's the thing. I got a whole packet, like a 70-page packet,
Mhm.
about how to prep for, or things to do after surgery.
Yeah.
And there was a section on sexual activity, and it was like, after your weight-bearing restrictions are lifted, and if you feel safe doing so.
Hand stuff. Just hand stuff, man. You got 40 days of hand stuff.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out.
Yeah. Hand and mouth stuff.
You guys know Mike Moran from Baltimore, comedian?
The name sounds
familiar.
He had a joke. He said, this year for Lent, I'm giving up on myself.
That
Sounds
Love that joke.
that was my New Year's resolution.
uh,
Way ahead of you.
Yeah. You fallen Catholic, so you start too early. But yeah, man. So I think I'm gonna give something up for Lent this year, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give up everything that I gave up for my Daniel fast, which was cookies, cakes, pies.
Your what fast?
Daniel fast.
Did you say
Daniel.
I thought
Daniel.
I thought
Fuck you, Joseph.
thought
You know what the fucking Daniel fast is?
I thought you
So I'm supposed to eat twigs and berries.
I thought you said Django fast for a minute. And I was really confused.
Yeah, nigga. Huh? No, that's not. That wasn't that fast. That was too fast. That was.
What is a Daniel fast?
Check the Daniel fast is truthfully a fast for religious.
Daniel.
Yeah, the damn Daniel fast. It's basically for religious fanatics who really want to get closer to God. So you only eat twigs and berries for 90 days and drink for 30 days and drink water. Everyone usually do it from January 1st. They go from January 1st to the end of January. My church decided to wait 10 days. I don't know why we waited 10 days, but then they went, all right, we're only gonna do a 20-day one this year. So it's like, okay, and now you don't have to give up all the food you don't want to give up. So they were like, give up something else. So this year I gave up, like I said, cookies, cakes, pies, soda, and juices that are not 100% juice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I've made a decision.
Okay.
I'm making a decree.
All right.
I'm making a Spiritus Sancte Dominus Patre, or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm going to go back to the Lenten diet. The diet that I invented from Lent, but kept doing after I stopped being Catholic.
Is it lentils? You only eat beans?
No, dear God, fuck lentils. Seriously, fuck lentils. Whoever like came up with that as a food source, I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Joey's out there
I
eating
hope
beans.
you're in hell eating your own lentils. I hope that's all you eat. Fucking disgusting shit.
What is your Lenten diet, Joseph?
Lenten diet is basically started with me giving up things for Lent and then deciding this is too easy. And then I would add things.
Okay.
So I think the last iteration of it, I had given up alcohol, soda, deep fried food, pizza. What else? Sweets, like all desserts.
See, that list you just gave is easy for me because I don't eat that like those things on a consistent basis. Since I got the air fryer, I haven't deep fried anything. And like soda, alcohol, I don't drink because of the gout. Sodas, I try to stay away from because of the fat. I'm fat
in soda.
No, I'm fat. There's a difference
because of the fat on my body.
The sweets, same thing. Yeah, and pizza, I don't eat. I like eat pizza like once in a while. Pizza's like a hey, I just need to grab something to eat real quick type of thing. Or if my daughter's coming over, I'll order a pizza for us. But for the most part, those are easy for me. That's why I gotta add in. I gotta add shit that I know I'm not gonna be able to give up. You know what that means? No gummy bears for Lent.
That would fall under sweets for me.
It wouldn't fall under sweets for me. Those are necessities for me to wake up in the morning. Gummy product. It doesn't even have to be gummy bears. I figured it out, Joey. I have a gummy issue.
I'm gonna add no sucralose.
Well, what now?
Sucralose.
No sucralose?
Yeah, because I do have an energy drink problem. And
yes. Oh God, yes you do.
So I'm gonna get off of sucralose after I finish the case of Celsius that is already in my house.
You have a bad Celsius addiction. Like I've watched. Like, why are you drinking Celsius every day?
I'm not giving up caffeine,
but sucralose.
But if I get off sucralose, then it'll limit the amount of caffeine that I intake.
Okay, we're gonna see how we're gonna look in a month, Joey. 40 days. Let's see how we're gonna look.
I'm gonna lose 20 pounds in a month.
I'm gonna lose 50,
and I'm gonna be hopping on one leg.
And I'm gonna have what's wrong?
What's a gummo?
I think weed gummies.
Is that a weed gummy in Southeast? Hey, weed gummo.
I think it probably is.
It's a weed gummy that's shaped like Mo.
Who the fuck is Mo? Mo everybody. Oh man, but yeah, man. So it's gonna be a fun 40 days, man. Let's see if we get this world back in shape. You know what I really want for the next 40 days?
What's that?
Peace in the is that the Middle East?
I don't know because I don't know what you're.
Are they over there? Is that the Middle East or is that like west, more east?
You're referring to the war zone thing that's happening right now?
Yeah.
I believe that's not the Middle East that you're thinking of.
It's not.
That's Europe. That's just Europe.
Oh, okay.
It's Eastern Europe.
I wish white people would just get along with each other. Y'all just fucking up, man. I don't know what it is. White people are just y'all just look at each other and go, I hate you.
That ain't my kind of white.
You speak the wrong form of the language that we didn't create.
I'm a Mediterranean white. That had nothing to do with us.
That had nothing to do with man, we're gonna get into that a little later though.
Yep.
Man, what y'all gonna do, Joe?
What do we do?
We're gonna take a quick break, man.
Okay.
I was trying to look for a song that would play, and I would go, you know what, this feels right. And I did not do that the entire time I was talking, but I found one. Boom. Damn it, where'd it go? There it goes. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Yeah, DJ Marcus doing his DJ thing again. What the fuck is all that? Hold on, that ain't right. Joey, what the fuck did you do?
Can you pull it? Just rein it in. Can you give up not having a song to play at the break for Len?
Years ago, they had the A&R man to tell you what to play.
You know what, Joey?
How to play it.
I am a DJ at heart, so I try my damnedest to make sure that whenever there's a song that needs to be played, I have a song ready to play.
Okay.
Because DJs, that's what DJs do.
Right.
So I hope you enjoy this next song. Have as much as I enjoy playing it.
Because we had a ball. The only real music's going to last. All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow.
But we'll be back in a minute with more of the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Yeah. After hours at El Molino. Soto just talking.
And we're back on the Dot Comedy Podcast, and this segment of the Dot Comedy Podcast is brought to you by Smooth My Balls. That's right, the Smooth My Balls Turf Chopper 3.0 is the Dot Comedy Trimmer of the Century. That's right, you need to get yourself one, because I know me and Joey have had the smoothest balls ever since we got our pair. Joey, you got a pair of smooth balls over there?
Yes.
You know why I got a good pair of smooth balls, Joey?
You have a Smooth My Balls
Turf Chopper 3.0. That's right, Joey LaFaro. You know what? You can read my mind. We finally almost there. But we're back at the Dot Comedy Podcast. DJ Marcus, Joey LaFaro. Looking for the link to that Smooth My Balls. Look at our link tree. Look on any of our socials, and you'll find it there. It's going to be amazing for you and your lady. Joey LaFaro, DJ Marcus, Emilio Diaz, our guest this week.
on the CPMMA Fight Line.
The Fight Line. That's right, CPMMA Fight Line. Looking to whoop ass, take names. Come on down to CPMMA. Joey LaFaro did it. Broke his hip. Maybe you won't. Who the fuck knows? Oh, man.
I thought Smooth My Balls was a joke. That's a real product.
Yes, it is a real product.
Holy shit.
It's one right there.
It's a trimmer.
It is.
Yes.
It is. I'm not
It's
gonna
easy.
this one. I'm not taking it out of the box. This is.
I haven't used it in a while. It's sanitized.
Nah.
It's air sanitized.
There's a.
There's residue of ball hairs.
I just wanted to be real with the audience for a minute, but I'm not doing that without gloves. It's a line I won't cross.
Yeah, Smooth My Balls is a true sponsor of that comedy podcast.
It's easy on the scrotum. That's what it is.
Yes. It has a secondary guard.
Here's a whole ceramic blade.
Yeah.
I cut myself once.
Yes. You won't do it with a Smooth My Balls Turf Chopper 3.0.
Yeah. It was a small cut, but scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
You still gotta like flatten it out. Like,
Yeah.
You gotta do the stretchy thing.
You gotta pull it. You gotta pull on it, make it taut.
You remember
across.
waiting? You have to do the bat.
The
and
bad way.
Then you can shave it.
Okay.
So it helps if you have an extra hand.
So if your lady wants to help you, by all means, this is couples activities we do here in the Back Comedy Podcast. Oh man, Camilo, welcome back again, sir. I'm definitely happy to have you on.
Thank you, Marcus.
It's been a minute.
Oh my god.
What's wrong?
I think I'm trying to mute this notifications.
Yeah, I muted all mine, and now you just keep getting all of them. So I'm like,
Yeah, sometimes some people don't know
that we're on the air.
that I'm not in the mood to talk.
All right,
I know my face says it, and I forget that it's digital and they can't see my face.
They don't have a close up of you.
Yeah, like if they were in person, they'd know to leave me the fuck alone right now.
Man, but yeah, man. So how's comedy been going for you, man?
It's been okay. I've been booking more shows past few weeks, but jokes wise, I kind of plateaued. I've been doing a lot of the same jokes, and it's been kind of flat, kind of like boring. But I gotta write some new stuff.
I understand that. Joey LaFaro was telling the same jokes
Lab time.
for like 10, 15 years.
I lost my joke book. Like
Most of them he stole from me because I remember I was his joke writer for years. He still won't give me credit for it. I don't understand what the whole holdup is on
Claims
that.
credit for a joke we wrote together that I did when my first year that I haven't done since my first year.
But he never gave me credit for it. So it's still true to this day. But
Marcus, did we meet at a Fire Station 1?
yes, we did.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
That was the first time we met. When I was DJing for Alex Starr.
Yeah. I
One
remember
of those wacky ass Monday nights.
that. They had the couches up there. I felt like people would fall asleep on those couches. It was kind of sleepy audience.
It was a weird. That show had a weird vibe because it was like a nightclub.
Yeah.
Like not a nightclub. what the hell are they called?
Casting club, casting couch.
Not a casting couch. No, not
No.
that kind of club. What the hell are those damn clubs? Jazz club, like a jazz club.
Jazz club.
It felt like a jazz club because they had sofas. Said chairs.
Do a jazz
You need to
club.
go to a jazz club. You like black women. I don't know why you haven't been to a jazz club, but that's neither here nor there. But it felt like it was like one of those cool out places where people just lounging. A lounge, damn it.
a lounge.
The lounge. Yeah.
Damn it. I don't know why that word was not in my fucking head a minute ago.
I just was used that you went for jazz,
Jazz
club before. If I was into black women over 40, then a jazz club would make perfect sense.
Aren't you?
Yes, but not exclusively.
Not exclusively. Gotcha. Man, but yeah, that was a vibe. But then you had a bunch of comedians come up and tell dick jokes in front of these people sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like you're watching TV and someone's telling you dick jokes like 2 feet away from you. It's a weird feeling.
It did have that feel because of the way it looked, right? You had to kind of like, you felt like you should dress up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then the jokes were like the kind you'd get at a dirty dive bar where the darkness hides the filth.
Yes.
And it just was a disconnect. The cognitive dissonance was difficult to accept.
Yep. Man, yeah, it was a fun show though. I love doing those shows with Alex. Dude, turn those damn notifications on.
There's a virus notification. If I click it, it'll give me a virus. It's a fake. I don't know. Something happened. I'll fix it for next week. It's gonna be here this week.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
How long have you guys been doing dot comedy?
The podcast or the brand itself?
Both.
So it started out just as a brand for our live shows.
Yeah.
And that I believe was 2014. We spun that up.
Yeah, that was about
Jesse.
14. Yep.
And we were there at Splash Lounge at first there. And I don't think we did the podcast until like the following year. I think it was like August or September of 2015.
2015, 16, yeah.
It had to be 2015 because the podcast started while we were still at Union Jacks.
Yeah.
And we stopped being at Union Jacks in 2016. So,
yep. So
right before I started stand up, I used to go to Union Jacks and watch you guys, Joey, Jesse Rivas, Alex Starr, Candace, Jake Bileshki.
Oh
I
man,
used to watch.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. Hey,
yeah.
So I like to hear, to hear that people got inspired to come on stage by us.
Yeah,
I didn't notice because I was too busy like stressing out every single show.
Joe was a ball of damn stress every show.
But I remember because I think you put on a show in like Gaithersburg or something, and Jesse was like, "Come on, let's go." Camilla does it, and I was like, "Who's that?"
Yeah,
meeting you that time. Was it like it wasn't JJ Muldoon's?
There was one at Green Growlers, Gumbo Yaya.
Was it a place like on the corner of like Shady Grove and 355? By the check.
Let me see. The closest one to that might be Green Growlers.
Okay, maybe that was it. I don't know. At least that's what I remember. But I also could be making things up. But we're always appreciative to have you be around our program.
Yeah, that kind of
when we were doing the live thing, or now that now having you full circle coming back on the pod, man.
Yeah. Definitely happy to have you back on, man. So during the pandemic, man, has it been hard? How are things going with you, man? Has it slowed you down?
I've had it pretty easy. Because I can work from home easily. I teach math for a living.
Okay.
It was an easy transition. I don't like commuting. I like sleeping in. Okay. For me, it was pretty easy. I mean, I don't want to say towards the end, but lately I've been craving wanting to hang out with friends more.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've been okay. Mm-hmm. Fine with me.
I think we hit the collective I'm done being an introvert moment.
Yeah.
About 6 months ago, where everyone was just like, I need to go hang out with some motherfucking people.
Yeah.
Because that's when we had that spike in everybody getting vaccines. and everybody going and being in the streets again. That just all of a sudden happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we finally got to that point where people were just like, hey, you know what? I don't want to be in a house. I've seen everything on Netflix. I don't know, cried over Tiger King. I don't know, watched every episode of Star Trek Discovery I can. And Pornhub only has 149 pages of my specialty. I don't want, and I've gotten through all of them. I don't need to do this anymore.
Yeah.
The only entertainment left is in the real world.
Yes. We got to get back out to the real world and actually get some things accomplished, man. We're doing big things, Joey LaFaro. That comedy is.
We are?
We are.
Okay.
All right. We're going to have some announcements in the near future.
Yes.
Yes. Near future announcements, because Jesse tried to announce some shit last week, and that pissed me off.
It's premature.
Yeah. Premature gestaculation. That's what I call that.
So, Camille, you were talking about feeling like you've hit a plateau. Do you have a direction you want to go with your comedy from here, or do you? I know that you kind of have a what's it called? I don't want to call it dry. It's not exactly dry, and it's not exactly dark. It kind of walks the line between those lanes.
Yeah.
Is that something you feel is like you definitely feel comfortable in that style, or do you feel like you want to mine try something else, or are you just not sure right now?
I think I got too comfortable doing the deadpan one-liners. I could do those all day. I wanted to, like, my favorite comedian is Patrice O'Neal. I wanted to do more big idea philosophical stuff.
Okay.
I want to see if I could, be versatile on stage.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll ever get there, but I fantasize about being like Patrice.
So, okay.
I don't think we asked this. So how long have you actually been doing stand-up? I know you were around our shows.
Yeah.
When did you cross the line from the audience to the stage and start that piece of it?
I first open mic was October 1st, 2015, Wits End Saloon.
Oh, okay.
Timonium. Rob Mayer was the host.
I'm Rob.
Yeah.
Rob's everybody's comedy daddy.
Hell yeah.
I started out in Rob's room. So did Jesse.
So I've been doing it 6.5 years.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird. Rob Mayer's entirely too many places.
I don't know if he's. I don't think he's hosting anything.
I don't think he does any more hosting.
I think he's on the road, and I keep seeing him with what's his name from Anchorman and all those movies.
Yeah. Keckner.
Bill Kirkner. Yeah.
Bill Kirkner. Oh, okay.
That's probably not his first name.
David Keckner.
Steve Kirtner.
His face is so vivid in my head, and I feel horrible because even if he was right in front of me right now, I still would get his name wrong, and I don't want to get his name wrong. I just don't have it on the tip of my tongue, and I'll be really mad about it later.
It'll be okay, Joey.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out. Keep going.
All right, so
I'll bring.
So Camilo,
I gotta correct that.
Where do you see yourself going with this comedy thing, man? You trying to get into movies? Or you just want to just tell jokes? Because you can tell jokes and make $1 million. Dave Chappelle showed us that. So what you trying to do with this thing?
It's David Kirk.
David Kirk.
Movies are cool, but not for me. I can only see stand up for me. I don't see any other path. I love it way too much.
I understand that completely, man.
Yeah.
It's not. It's one of those things where you feel passionate about it, and doing something else, it'll be a part of it, but it won't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't feel like a home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe dabble in podcasting. Maybe make my own movie, a documentary or something. But for the most part, I just stand up is where it's at.
Okay.
I know you mentioned Patrice O'Neal. Did you have any other influences that you are important to you personally in terms of not only this that you want to emulate, but also just in general?
Patton Oswalt, Paul Mooney, George Lopez, Maria Bamford. I love them. Bill Hicks. Those are some of my favorites that I listen to a lot.
Okay.
But I don't sound like any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, I love these people, and it's like, yeah, I didn't take anything from any of them. It's like, because we always ask that question, who are your influences, and then you can hear it in some comic voices, like some comics go, yeah, I took that from my influences, and you go, yeah, some people, no, I just like them because they're funny.
It's
I mean,
always
they're funny. Their funny wouldn't translate to you necessarily, because it would, like, people would go, all right, that doesn't fit who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something you love, and that's understandable.
I
Like,
appreciate not wanting to mislead the audience. Oh, I like all those comics. I'll probably like him. He's like, no, but buyer's remorse. I don't sound like that. Don't make that assumption.
Yeah. I think I sound like a dirty Stephen Wright. Maybe
I can see that.
a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of dry on stage. I lack energy on stage.
You have a presence.
Yes.
It's just not like bouncing off the walls in your face.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
grounded.
Yeah.
we're gonna.
No, I'm just saying, like it kind of it draws you in. He takes because of the way he pauses between his jokes. I feel like when I'm watching you, I feel like I'm waiting for the next punchline. There's you do a really good job of being comfortable with the silence between your punches. So it has a gravity to it because you're pulled into it. You can't, it's not like the high energy stuff where you can kind of be all over the place. Every setup has its own gravity and pull.
Okay.
So you get pulled back in for the next punch.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fat joke.
It's not. I know we're dancing around that, but that's not what I was trying to do.
You have a lot of gravity with you.
Gravity, yeah, you're not
Jokes
bouncing
orbiting
around.
around you and stuff. What the fuck you saying, Joseph?
Nothing was spinning in my analogy. It was more of a black hole. It just goes in.
It goes in. That comes out. Oh my goodness. All right, so hey man, where can they find you at, man?
Man, I'm mostly on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. That's about it. Shit.
All right, what's your Instagram handle?
It's Camilo D111.
Okay.
Yeah. And on Facebook is Joya Diaz.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Camilo D111.
Yeah. Camilo D111.
Have to fact check me on that, but I think that's right.
Yeah. Marcus, how long you been a DJ?
Since Dot Comedy started.
Okay.
I was tasked with providing music at the first Dot Comedy show.
Yeah.
And Joey was like, "Hey man, you had a lot of music," and I went, "Yeah, I do." And I was like, "I should probably try to learn how to DJ,
Yeah.
because that'd make more sense for me to have DJing equipment if I'm going to play music." And then I taught myself how to DJ.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, so I've been doing it for 7 years now, Joey. 7, 8 years.
2014. Yeah. We'll say years.
And
It's legit.
I actually made money doing it. So hey, I'm actually a step ahead of a lot of house DJs.
He is professional.
Yes, I've
Nice.
DJ'd numerous hood pool parties.
Yeah.
Those are the best, because they let you play whatever, like until somebody mama come up. Like I played all Dre's albums until somebody's mom came on and was like, "Hey, do you think you can play something that doesn't have any cursing in it?" I played the instrumentals for all of the same goddamn albums. It was so fun.
You didn't just break out Millennium.
No, couldn't do that. I couldn't do that to the kids. They still wanted to hear Old Town Road. This
was a kids pool party, hood pool party.
No, it was a community day pool party. So so say your apartment complex or your housing development has a community day, and they want a DJ there, so they'll get it sponsored by Comcast or who's the other one? Verizon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's whoever does your cable for your neighborhood.
Yeah.
They usually sponsor the neighborhood pool party.
Gotcha.
And they would call me to DJ for it because I had those connections.
That's nice.
We'll see if that comes back in 2023. when or 2022 when the summer hits.
Mm.
That should be fun. I mean, I want to hit the road again.
Yeah.
I hit the road. Joe. Remember that 6 months I was on the road, Joey? I was
Sure.
going up and down the East Coast. I was DJing.
I think I was lost in Colombia.
Yes.
I think I was living in that weird time warp. There was like a 2-year period where I had a whole different lifetime
Yes.
existence where I was a father. It was like a dream, but it like lasted 2 years in Colombia, where I just was like a stepfather, like
Yeah.
for like
Joe became a daddy for a
I
little
was a
while.
Stepford father in Colombia.
Were you really a stepfather?
Yes.
Yes. He
You-
didn't get married, but he had a kid,
Okay.
and he was coaching Little League. So he damn
But-
near dad.
I was doing all the dad shit. It was not,
But that's no more. You guys broke up.
yeah. That's what throws people off, because I'll be like, I used to have a kid, and I'll be like, what happened to it? And I'm like, we don't date single moms out here. Like, it's act like that's not a thing, but it's like it doesn't always work out the second go around.
You know, you're not supposed to break up with him. That's what everyone's saying.
Sometimes the reason they were single is still the reason that they were single.
Well, damn, Joey. Hope she doesn't listen.
Well, that's her own choice.
Well, I hope she found the happiness. Jesus Christ. We try
She
to.
didn't listen when we were together. Why would she listen now?
Very true. Oh man, but yeah, man, we that comedy has been places and done things. But we're back where we need to be, right here in the Dot Comedy Studios, making people laugh on Tuesdays. Man, but yeah, we're gonna take a break, man.
Cool.
Camila, you're gonna hang out with us to get on some of these topics, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You talking to me? My bad.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get into some of these topics, see what's going on in the world, man. Joey, what's going on, man?
Ukraine and Russia and space, maybe
Okay.
Supreme Court,
Oh,
marijuana.
well, I bet you can't do it like us. And you'll see it when we get back in a minute on the Dot Comedy Podcast.
I bet you can't do it like me. I bet you can't do it like me. I bet you can't do it like me. I bet you can't do it like me.
It's open the house and the represent the south and I gotta let them know. Before I came to ride, we can roll. Ain't nothing but the pivot inside, she can go. When the beat drop, they can watch me roll. Hit about the bus, better lock and load. Ain't going to the truck, better watch that. Keep it up, keep it up, she hit it with the phone.
And we're back in the Dot Comedy Podcast. This segment of the Dot Comedy Podcast is going to bring you into the future. You know what brings you into the future faster than anything else? Information. You know how to get information to people really quick? Get your ass a Tappy card. That's right, Tappy card. The 2022 way to get your information on someone's phone without necessarily having to give it to them. You know what you do? You take your Tappy card. Looks just like a credit card. You turn their RF reader on their phone. You slap it on top of it. Guess what? Information right on their phone. We're living in the 24th century right now, Joey LaFaro. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get myself a Tappy card. I'm going to get myself a Tappy card so wherever I go, people can know I'm a DJ. And my computer has a virus.
Yeah.
But hey, life goes on. But yeah, man, get yourself a Tappy card. How much you save on a Tappy card, Joey LaFaro?
I don't know.
You know, you set these things up.
We don't talk about Fight Club.
Okay, we don't
Or
talk about
Bruno.
Fight Club. We're talking about Bruno Nomo.
I still don't know what that means.
Some weird Hispanic movie. I don't know about it either. Oh damn it. I said it out loud. My bad. I gotta remember my casual racism. It's casual. It just comes out really weirdly. But yeah, man, get yourself a Tappy card. Follow our link tree. Get yourself one today. And we're back, Joey LaFaro. Bet they can't do it like us.
Mm-mm.
No podcast out there doing it like us. Not with the audio, with the abilities that we have as the DJ and the MC. That's what I'm gonna call you, Joey. It's the DJ and the MC.
Okay.
All right, that's how we're gonna start marketing ourselves.
Makes sense.
Because I don't talk when I DJ, so I need a mic guy there to get the people going, as Will Ferrell says.
To be provocative.
Be provocative and get the people going.
Okay.
You guys got a nice setup.
Oh, thank you.
Like I was impressed when I was backstage and they did the countdown.
Mhm.
That was really good.
Yeah, man. We try our best to innovate the podcast
Yeah.
landscape. We got behind after that 3-year hiatus we took.
Mm.
So a couple people got ahead of us.
Tried to hack it together with aftermarket parts. It didn't work out so good. But we're back. We figured it out.
Yeah, we're back where we need to be, man.
Yeah.
Man, but Joey, there's a war going on.
There is.
Is it in Kiev? Is that place?
That's part of it.
It's in Kiev. Kiev's the actual place.
It's Kiev is the capital of Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
It's Russia's invading the Ukraine. For those who were unaware, I don't know where the first person you're finding out. Like if you found that out just today, just now, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we love you,
but you're slow.
but we're worried about you. We're worried about you that you're relying a little too much on us for news.
Yeah. Thank you.
But it's been a kind of obviously there's all kinds of crazy stories coming out of Ukraine right now with Russia moving in, because apparently they're trying to claim the Ukraine was doing some sort of genocide, but to Whoopi Goldberg's point, how they all white. I don't.
No, Putin did what America does whenever we want to invade somewhere. He says, "Hey, they're really bad guys over there. So hey, world, watch me go clean up these bad guys." But Putin just wants to land and whatever they have under it. What I've learned, right? I'm learning about geopolitics.
Oh,
okay, because I'm trying to be this guy.
Okay,
that guy.
What's geo mean?
World.
Okay.
Yeah. See, boom. I watched Geostorm. You think I ain't know what it meant? Yeah. But
just checking.
But geopolitics, man. But because I'm learning that Russia after World War II, not after World War II, after the Berlin Wall fell,
after the Cold War,
after the Cold War was done, we chopped Russia up like a Chinese Ginsu. We took a bunch of damn places.
They annexed everything around it. That wasn't Russia. That was the USSR.
Yeah. So we took a bunch of land from them.
No. There was the United Soviet Socialist Republic.
Yes.
And so all those United Soviet states were no longer united.
Yes, they didn't want to be united anymore. But then here's the kicker on that: we didn't allow them into NATO. Is that
NATO?
NATO. 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 It's what it looked like. I call it what it is.
It's NATO.
That's why you're the nigga champion of 2021.
It's not.
And
it's not.
And NATO is where they decide the world shit. That's what I heard. I heard they respond. So Ukraine wanted to join NATO, and Russia was like, "Nah, y'all can't join NATO." And if Ukraine joins, then Russia loses like land mass, like because then they'll be surrounded by NATO states. So like all the countries that'll be around them at their like border right before you get to the Kremlin. I know that place. It's in Moscow. Yeah, right before you get there, it'll be a bunch of NATO spaces, NATO states. Okay, so they don't want that to happen because first thing that's going to happen after that, if World War III pop off, we can march into Russia real quick.
So they're trying to make Ukraine come with them to the bar so they could be a buffer.
Yes.
Against their ex.
Yes. They're basically making a buffer. They want to turn all those countries that left the USSR into a buffer zone, so that NATO can't get to them as quick as they want to if shit does pop off.
And Ukraine's like, we did not give you consent.
Yes. Don't touch me there. I did not give you consent. So Putin decided to pull up and take the shit.
Yeah, but he didn't. I don't think he thought this through.
No,
have we met Ukrainians? Ukrainians are crazy.
Well, all those Baltic people are crazy.
Nah.
Like, every person I met in the Baltic. Here's the thing. You know what I watched the other night, and I just saw it. Creed 2.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker was training in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they show like pictures of Ukraine, it's dark. Mm-hmm. It's like it just snowed every day. Whenever I see pictures and like video of Ukraine, it looks like it just snowed every damn day. So I'm like, who would live there? First off, that's the most rad place in the goddamn world.
I
think.
Yeah.
No, they were in Ukraine. It says it when they put the thing on the bottom when they wake up in the morning, he kicks them.
Well, that makes sense because real boxers are from there too,
Yes.
including Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko,
Yes.
former heavyweight champions who are now fighting in the war.
The mayor of Kiev is Vladimir Klitschko, right?
Lomachenko, another
Yeah.
boxing great, is fighting in the war. Like
Yeah.
when your warriors are warriors, like they like
Yeah, I mean, this war is getting real weird real fast. They said they were going to have a peace talk at the border. But how do you have a peace talk at the border when somebody already in your country? That's like that's the type of shit that doesn't make sense to me. It's like, oh yeah, you're in my house, but let's go to the front door and have a conversation.
and then
Let's just walk up front and have a talk real quick.
and Zelensky said before that, before we have any more talks about this ceasefire, stop bombing. Like stop kicking me in the head, and then we can talk about a truce.
There you go. And America just sitting there. America's on wish a nigga would mode real hard during this whole thing. Like Biden is sitting there at home at the White House talking about, hey man, he go over there, we gotta go. And it's like, who the fuck is this we? Stop sending us. You ain't going. You ain't going with us. I ain't seen a president on the front line in the war since the Greeks versus the Romans.
Look, send Nicolas Cage over there, and he can sell them all the Lord of War weapons, and we'll be good. That's our contribution. That's all we need to do.
But we already did that. We sent him last week.
Send the Lord of War over there, and sell it under the table, and then
Wasn't his uncle like a Ukrainian Ukrainian general?
they
General?
were from Odessa.
Yeah. so yeah, it would work that way.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect nutshelling.
Yes. But it's just so stupid, man. War is dumb.
People were talking about if like they invade, like this war's gonna be over before it starts.
Yeah.
I guess there's like the only way it doesn't is if Putin just goes fuck everybody but me and launches all the nukes. But other than that, like he has no support at home because they had protests the first day of the war.
Yeah.
Like
So you know you ain't got no support.
Usually you have like, we got like 60% of the people on board and we go into a war. They already had like massive protests in Moscow. Now that might be because Pornhub is blocking Russia right now. And that would be that would get the people motivated. They were all on board until they're like, wait, we have to choose between invading Ukraine and porn.
They were because I was looking at a news report and they were like, yeah, people were buying like electronics, like 10 at a time because the prices were going to shoot up because the markets were all closed, so their ruble was going to be useless. I was like, what kind of shit? What stockpiling of fucking electronics is this?
They're getting hit with every sanction from every country.
Pretty fucking much.
It's like, yeah, they have, China and a couple other countries that are quote unquote their allies. But like, if your own country's not really on board with what you're doing and you're not even like winning the war, like they're winning, but are they really like they're struggling way more with this than they should for how much bigger of a country they are.
I was going to say we should flood Russia with porn. You should flood them so that they're drained and tired, and then they can't fight. That's probably the better approach.
They're too distracted.
They're too distracted to go out there.
Yeah,
man. Beat your dick enough, you will not want to leave your barracks.
Nobody's fighting after.
I think we need to help Ukraine a little bit, only because I don't want to be on their bad side. Just in general, I mean, they're not really do anything. Like, no one's gonna. Here's the thing: do you know how fucking stupid you'd have to be to invade the United States?
Oh yeah. First, you got to get here.
First, there's no upside to like. I did the math on this because like just a quick because like, we were talking about like the Red Dawn stuff. Like,
yeah.
All right, think how many like fucking insane people we have with guns that are looking for a reason to shoot them.
Yeah.
Right. Like we have a lot of annoyed poor people that have nothing better to do, but you know what they do have? Guns. So
yeah,
That's everywhere, right?
Mhm.
And then it's like, imagine invading Baltimore. Within 10 minutes, looking around and going,
Did we create that rubble or
it's
they
the
create
same.
that rubble?
It's the same. What are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? Imagine you're invading, but you're driving a tank, and your tank just falls through the bridge because we never fixed our infrastructure. Like there's no upside.
No upside
to
to invading
invading this country right now.
Not even a little bit. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Like, please, like after the more I think about it, the more I'm like, please, someone try it because we'll clear a lot of dead weight.
Yeah.
All the weekend warriors that keep showing up at these Trump rallies would be the first ones out
First
there.
to go.
And then we could just clean sweep them.
Hey, I'm down for it, but I don't want everybody to die though. That's gonna suck. Because I saw a weird video. It was a viral video of some chicks in basic training, and they were like, "I ain't never seen like y'all got to come to Fort Bragg because they out here giving out crab legs, oxtails," and it's like, and then this guy comes up right after that and goes, "You know where y'all getting at, right?" It's like, y'all about to go to war. These are last meal shit. That's the when they give you they give you good food at basic fucking training.
We gonna send you to die.
You going to die. When she came back, she had like 2 to-go platters with oxtails and crab legs and fucking sweet potato fries and all this other shit. I'm like, yeah, this is the last meal. This is what they're telling you. They're getting you prepared for your last fucking meal. And me personally, I ain't going to war. They can institute the draft all the fuck they want to. Fuck you and your draft card. I will tear that bitch up and go to jail.
I mean,
send me to Leavenworth. No.
Especially when they're not like they're not letting black people leave the war zone.
They already got us over there. They don't need to add more.
They're like, yeah, there's no room on the bus. Like, there's some like civil rights era nonsense going on with all the evacuation.
There's no room at the back of the bus for you guys. What the fuck you mean?
The cutoff for the draft is what, 27?
35.
35?
Yes.
Fuck. I thought it was 30. 27.
Nope. The Dye County podcast will continue. even after World War III starts. We'll be here giving highlights from all our friends on the comedy circuit who've been drafted.
I Googled nuclear bomb blast radius.
Oh, yeah.
So
I did too.
If you're within 70 miles, you'll get 3rd-degree burns.
Oh, yeah. DC, we're in the blast zone.
We're in the blast zone for DC.
So if they drop bombs on Ukraine, I'm packing a bag and I'm driving towards like West Virginia.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Cheyenne Mountain. Just drive to Cheyenne Mountain.
Yeah.
I feel like also that they have contingency plans for DC enough because of all of they know that. They've known that DC is the most vulnerable or the most targeted target that there's going to be, right? Forever.
Yeah.
So unless like we've stopped. I mean, I can't believe this country would stop making weapons. It's our favorite thing to do. So there probably are like 8 different like laser programs we're going to find out when the first nuke tries to get dropped. We'll probably have like a giant sonic cannon that'll bounce it back at them or something.
Shoot it off to space.
They'll break out the tractor beams that we didn't know about.
They'll shoot it off to space and blow up a satellite, and then we ain't got HBO no more.
And I'll finally be like, "What the fuck is Space Force for? Where are the where's Iron Man to take this nuke to the Jitani warlord home world?
Where's Iron Man to take this nuke through that wormhole? God damn it, we need Iron Man. Oh man, what else going on, Jim?
So 3 officers were found guilty on federal charges in the George Floyd's killing now.
So back and leg and stand in the front were all found guilty.
Yeah, 3 former Minneapolis officers were found guilty on Thursday of violating civil rights of George Floyd.
The one that was leaning on his back, the one that was leaning on his legs, and the one that stood there looking stupid.
J. Alexander Kung, Thomas Lane, and Tu Thao.
Why did they pick all these Chinese people? Wait, damn it. There's my internal racism.
There's a Stop Asian Hate joke there. All were convicted of depriving Floyd of his civil rights while acting under government authority when they failed to give him medical aid.
But we believe Black lives matter.
So all 4 officers are being punished?
Yes.
Okay, there was 4 of them. Right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Kung and Thao additionally were convicted of not intervening to stop their fellow officer Derek Chauvin from using excessive force. So the white guy got off on the excessive force charge.
Did Chauvin get off?
No. There was 3 officers here.
Yeah.
Right? Alexander Kung, Thomas Lane, and Tu Thao.
Okay. Thomas Lane
didn't get charged for stopping the excessive force.
Well, because he was on the feet.
I understand. It's
he was
funny.
too far away. It looks stupid though.
on paper, it's funny to read.
Yeah.
Each
How much time did they get?
Life in prison.
Yeah.
Up to life in prison. Although such a severe punishment is unlikely, the men are scheduled for trial in June on state charges of aiding and abetting murder and manslaughter.
Mm-hmm. They'll get 15. They'll each get 15.
George Floyd's brother, Philonise Floyd, said, "This is just accountability. It can never be justice because I can never get George back."
There you go. Truth is truth. But hey, George is up there right now looking down and going, hey, at least I got some type of repercussions on this shit.
I mean, it definitely feels like there's at least some deterrent.
Yeah.
There ain't. These cops don't care. These cops don't give a fuck, Joey.
I mean, a few of them might walk on a few eggshells for a few weeks.
No, they won't.
You don't think so?
Nah. This will amp up the one. This will put a batter in the back of the ones that don't like to do the shit right anyway. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, if I would just get punished for it, fuck it, I'll do it my damn self.
I feel like most of them quit already because of mask mandates.
Well, yeah, most of them were Trump supporters anyhow. So 9 times out of 10.
Speaking of, I found out that our friend Pianki has another fight in March.
Okay.
In Florida.
Oh.
And we recently, what was unadvertised at the time that the fight was agreed to, is that it is at a CPAC rally that Trump and Ted Cruz will be in attendance for.
Oh, wow.
They are going into the mouth of the devil.
Why? Okay, hold on a second. Why is there a cage fight at a CPAC rally?
I don't know.
What the fuck goes on at these Trump rallies?
We're going to have them on in a few weeks to talk about it, but I found out about it. I'm so angry I can't go.
I think this is how they get those people amped up for those speeches that they just all automatically show whenever Trump goes on.
Yeah.
I think that's how they get them amped up. They have a fucking fight right before he goes on and everybody's just jacked. And then Trump comes out and goes, "Yeah, we're gonna kick everybody's ass." Like, yeah,
there's gonna be a riot.
Kicking ass.
There's gonna be a riot when it doesn't go how they want to.
Who's this friend of yours?
Every nigga's ass. What?
Who is this guy that you're talking about?
Pianki Zimmerman is one of the Fight World and King of the Cage lightweight champion.
Yes.
For mixed martial arts. He is a friend of the podcast. He was actually on a couple weeks ago, but he goes to the CPMMA, the same gym I go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joey, what do you do MMA like any? Okay. Do you fight professionally?
Huh?
Do you fight professionally?
No, I just do jiu-jitsu. I compete at jiu-jitsu tournaments. That's how I invest in my hip. But
no, Joey competed at a jiu-jitsu tournament.
I'm too old to punch in the face.
Joey didn't compete at jiu-jitsu tournaments. Joey was at a jiu-jitsu tournament and fucked himself all the way up. Joey figured out he was 40 really quickly when his hip went from right to wrong.
But I won though.
Hey, I ain't say you. I told the world that Joey LaFar was a 2021 nigga champion of the Northeast.
I still whoop ass with a broken hip. Let's go.
Hey, you got it, man. I'm waiting till your hips get ready, and I'm gonna come on the mat. I'm coming on the match for you, Joey.
Okay.
How many people did you fight?
I had 2 matches in no gi and 2 matches in gi. So 4
different people.
Well, I beat the same guy twice in both styles.
2 shirt matches, 2 skin matches. I see.
Not,
shirts versus skins.
More like shirts versus robes.
All right,
Anyway,
so yeah, we gotta have Bianchi on so we can talk about that because the damn Republicans doing weird shit to get these people
right.
at these damn rallies.
Speaking of Congress,
What happened to Congress?
the Maryland House has approved recreational marijuana legislation.
So I can smoke weed in the street.
Not quite yet, but Maryland voters would decide whether to legalize recreational marijuana in November under a bill approved by the House of Delegates on Friday. So
The House of Delegates.
yeah,
Is that like your underwear?
not the House of Delegates. This House of Delegates.
Oh, my bad.
The House voted for 96-34 on the constitutional amendment, sending it to the Senate. The House also voted 92-37 for a separate bill that includes initial steps that would be taken if voters approve. However, issues relating to licensing and taxation would be taken up by lawmakers next year. So if
2.5 years.
it gets through the Senate, we may have a vote in Maryland on legalization by November,
Of next year.
this upcoming election.
Okay.
And
Why
then
is Maryland behind all the other states on this?
we've been focused on other things, I guess?
Because
Hogan-
90% of Maryland is fucking Republicans. The only Democrats live around DC. If you look at the map, every time we have an election, Maryland's more blue than red every time, but we go blue. We go red. We go blue every time.
I think they just haven't gotten around to it more than anything else. They
Yeah.
don't really enforce it. So
Oh yeah, you smoke
it's-
weed anywhere.
It's more a formality. I think they're just dragging their feet on that because they've been preoccupied. I think they were dragging their feet before COVID, and then they got preoccupied with COVID.
They dragged their feet, and then they were like, "Hey, everybody's at home. Can they smoke weed at their house?" I think they should.
They're too busy focused on approving casinos and shit.
Mhm. And then Hogan's wife came in with that bowl of fried rice and told him, "Hey, you need to improve this shit." I'm sorry, that was another Asian
Wow.
race.
You guys smoke?
I got smoke with them Asians. I don't know why.
I do edibles. I don't like to smoke it because it gives
Yeah,
me dry mouth in and of itself.
Yeah, I'll do an edible before bed.
Yeah, I like doing that.
I do an edible. If I do an edible before bed, I ain't going to bed. We had this conversation on the podcast before. Last time I took too many edibles. I took like 19.
You get
edibles
you
I
get
took.
paranoid when you.
Yes, I think somewhere in my like past life I was kidnapped, because that is a weird thing for somebody who ain't got no money to believe. The motherfuckers, like, every time I do edibles and get really high, I think someone's trying to kidnap me. Like, I seriously look at the door like the whole time, going, somebody gonna come to this. Someone knock it. If anybody knocks at the door after I take an edible, I think they're coming to take me.
Literally, everyone would be easier to kidnap than you, including Bianchi,
Why? How so?
because he's smaller.
Yes. Well, that doesn't mean you can't knock me out and throw me on a wheelbarrow. Throw me in a wheelbarrow, take me down the street
You have enough people,
to move that wheelbarrow.
even if you're harder to move unconscious than he is.
Yeah, true. But I mean, I don't know why that is an ongoing fear of mine, but it is. That's the only thing I feared. Like, I was like when I did that last one when I was in California, I know how it took too much.
Mm.
I own that.
Mhm.
But again, it still was too fucking weird that all I thought was somebody was kidnapping me. Like, I thought there were people in the bathroom at the hotel I was at waiting to take me. Like, I'm like, wait, we can't go in this room. Why can't we go in the room? We bought the room. We can't go in this room. You got people in there. I told my girlfriend at the time, you got people in there waiting to take me. You own this hotel. I know you own this hotel. That's okay. You brain swap me. This is a whole fucking thing. You about to get me with the Get Out.
Because you saw Get Out.
You about to get me with
like
Get
3
Out.
weeks before that. trip.
Yeah, I did see Get Out right before. So now I think I'm gonna get Got Out.
Mm-mm.
That's
Every time I get really high, I think about all the chores and errands I haven't finished.
You get anxiety about your productivity.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I can understand that.
I don't. I get really stupid. I just become a complete idiot, and usually it's I will catch up to the conversation enough to say something, but I can't say the words because I make myself laugh first. So
Yeah.
I'll catch up to where I'm about to say something, and everyone will look at me, and then I'll just bust out laughing. And you're like, what the fuck are you laughing about? And then I'll laugh harder.
And I lose track of time too. Like time moves really slow when I'm on edibles.
Yeah.
You know what you should not do? Don't hang out with people who are on cocaine while you're on an edible.
Fuck no.
That is the worst.
That amped up energy again. That's who's gonna take me.
All you can do is listen. You're just at the mercy of like you'll hear. It's like your brain's functioning enough to comprehend everything they're saying, but it's like you're in an invisible barrier where you can't actually communicate.
You can't communicate with a cokehead anyway. That is suicide to a regular mind.
Not one, two.
Oh,
They're going. You're just trying to
get in the middle. Yeah. Ugh. That sounds ridiculous. That sounds horrible. Just. But what else going on in the world, man?
Did you know today starts National Women's Month?
Uh-oh. Know what I got to play? It is a tradition here in the Dot Comedy Podcast for me to play the Women's Month anthem.
You're dumb.
This song goes out to all the ladies. Remember, ladies, you are special to us, and there's nothing more important to men of this world than the size.
And the transition.
That is right. Titties, goddammit.
Making a smooth transition from Black History Month to National Women's Month. Joe Biden has nominated Ketanji Brown Jackson to be the first black woman to sit on the Supreme Court.
That is awesome. Now, what
I don't know how I feel about that. I tried to get on board with doing that over that song. And now
now you feel dirty.
I feel like I need to take a shower.
You feel real dirty about it. I know you do.
I did it right, but I did it wrong.
You hit the points you were supposed to, but it wasn't supposed to be that way. just so we're all clear. But yeah, man. So what's her name again? Ketanji
Brown Jackson.
So Judge Brown.
He said, quote, "Today, as we watch freedom and liberty under attack abroad, I am here to fulfill my responsibilities under the Constitution to preserve freedom and liberty here in the United States of America."
Okay.
There's no way he said that cool.
No. I heard black woman. Obama. What are you just using your hits? What the fuck are you doing over there, Joe? Black women are special. Michelle.
For too long, our government.
What's her deal? What's she known for?
She's been a judge.
Jackson, 51, currently sits on D.C.'s federal appellate court and has been considered the front runner for the vacancy since Justice Stephen Breyer announced his retirement.
Yeah.
Quote, "I must begin these very brief remarks by thanking God for delivering me to this point in my professional journey. My life has been blessed beyond measure, and I do know that one can only come this far by faith," Jackson said.
Hey, I agree. I'm happy for her, man. I hope she gets it. Hope it's not a Kavanaugh situation where she's got to bring up calendars and talk about her.
There's no way she has a squeak.
Her and Squee lifting the weights with PJ in the basement, and her mom coming down there with Capri Suns.
If anything, that's the best like argument for like, no, you have to let her through. Like, you let that idiot through.
Tobin, PJ, Squee.
Who did she replace?
Stephen Breyer.
Somebody born in the 40s.
I remember like learning who the Supreme Court justices were in high school, and I've not updated my registry.
I remember someone saying them and then not caring after.
I thought she was replacing Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I did too.
That's what I thought.
No, that was the chick Trump bought in at the end. What was her name? I forgot her damn name.
I don't know. We talked about it on the podcast too. That's how bad we are.
Yeah,
with this.
we don't keep up with these damn.
I don't know shit about any of this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm actually on board with this. I think that
with Brown Jackson.
Yeah.
What can Brown Jackson do for you?
What?
That's gonna be what they call it, Judge Brown Jackson. Your Honor Brown
Don't
Jackson.
do that. You're turning her into a TV show.
Judge
Joey,
Brown Jackson.
Oh my God, that's gonna be an SNL sketch, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Joey, are you on board because she's a black chick?
Yes.
Yeah, Joey wants all the injustice he can possibly get because that's all I ever got from black judges. Just fucking justice. They try too goddamn hard. Clarence Thomas taught very well. That you can't trust a black judge.
Oh, she turns into another one. Then I'm gonna revoke.
Oh,
That's gonna be a tough one to swallow.
yeah. If I pull back my support of this black woman because she's a fucking Clarence Thomas. What the fuck you want me to do with this?
I highly doubt that.
I hope so. I hope not. I mean, I hope she brings a moderate to liberal ear.
I mean, she's making all the conservatives uncomfortable, so that has to be the.
But she's making them uncomfortable because she's a black woman.
Yeah, they don't.
And
They're
she
not ready for that.
every picture she takes, she looks like she's saying, "Y'all need to shut the fuck up." Every time I see a picture of her, except for the one she's smiling with Joe Biden, every other picture is her losing.
She may not be Chief Justice right away, but she's going to be a Chief Justice.
Yes.
She got to be Mama Justice.
Call that the hot bench. Oh wait, no, that's fucked up. That's sexist. Can't be sexist and racist today.
I just want to watch her dissent with Clarence Thomas.
Listen, old motherfucker, you need to settle down. You just need to settle the fuck down. It's like, wait, why?
I want to be in that deliberations room.
That would be amazing. That's gonna be fucking amazing. You don't understand how we needed a black woman on the Supreme Court to yell at Clarence Thomas. Did you see?
That's the whole reason.
Just need her there to yell at him. It's like, nigga, you know who you are. That's all we need to do every week. Just, nigga, you know who you are. You black man in America. You talk about doing all this white people shit.
Something should be like.
He's still there. He's on the Supreme Court.
He's still there asleep at every hearing. Sitting there dozing off.
You know those assholes stay alive.
What did he do that he got in trouble for back in the day?
Touching Anita Hill's breast.
Oh, okay.
And pulling his dick. He pulled his dick out too. I think that was back when they told us stop pulling your dick out in the office. That was around that time. They're like, hey, if a judge can't pull his dick out, you can't pull your dick out in this accounting office. Jesse Rivas.
That's funny.
So what else going on, Joe?
So there's a heated debate on the internet.
Is it a master debate?
Possibly.
Yeah. So master's level debation.
Actually, given the subject matter, there's a high probability of that. The internet is debating if Wonder Woman 1984 is one of the worst superhero films ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's no fucking debate.
That wasn't.
It was a hot fucking trash movie. It had no reason to be.
It was really bad.
I don't know. I hate all of them. I think they
All
all
the superhero movies.
You like any superhero movies?
Not really. I like the 92 Batman. I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton. I saw a Michael Keaton movie this weekend.
Which one?
The Protege. With Maggie Q and Samuel L. Jackson.
I think I saw previews for
Sounds great, right?
Uh-huh.
No. I didn't finish it.
Okay.
I didn't finish it for two reasons. One, Michael Keaton is both Maggie Q's adversary and love interest.
Trying to make a white man, Asian woman's everything.
This movie was, you could tell it was just like old white guy writes script for what he wishes would happen with Maggie Q. It was his Maggie Q fantasy.
Okay.
It was written that way. Like they kill Samuel L. Jackson off, so they get that out of the way, and then it's just him and her awkwardly flirting for an hour. And then 30 minutes before the end of the movie, I tapped out because I still didn't understand why any of the shit was happening. If I'm an hour and a half into your movie, I should understand what the fuck the point of the movie is.
Yeah, I would think so.
Because there was a movie that we all saw previews for.
Yeah.
It was in the theater for a weekend and then evaporated.
Now it's on demand.
Yeah.
See,
Which is still better than Wonder Woman 1984 did.
Yes.
Which went straight to HBO Max, and it would have
Yeah.
gotten more heat had it been in theaters.
What movie I say I watched earlier?
I think if people had saw it in the theaters, they would have burnt the theater down.
1984.
It was that bad.
Yeah.
There was that whole scene where she's like trying to like free hostages, but she's just like deflecting bullets everywhere. And then she like throws someone out a window and breaks the whole wall.
Her whole like shtick doesn't make sense to me. Because it's not magnetic bracelets. No one's ever said they're magnetic. But how she blocked bullets with just random bracelets.
They're just hard. It doesn't need to be magnetic.
No, but how does she get it in front of every bullet? That doesn't make any sense.
She's fast.
She's fast? Okay.
She's an Amazon.
They ain't that fast. Amazon took 3 days to get me my package. It ain't that damn fast. Tell me Amazon's fast. But yeah.
Oh my God. I want to see that sketch. She was raised by the Amazons, and it's instead of going to like this magical island,
She goes to a warehouse. She goes to a fucking Amazon procurement center.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
What movie did I say earlier I watched this week? No, Creed.
Creed 2.
I watched Creed 1 and 2. Watched them together. All right. Those movies collectively made me cry.
The first one made me cry.
Yeah, they're good movies.
The second one fucked me up inside. That one hit
Why?
me different. Because do I not bear a passing resemblance to the antagonist?
Yes, you look just like him.
That put me in a really weird position.
Hey,
I had a lot of complicated issues, and there's some he had some abandonment issues that I could relate with. There was a lot. That movie was made me feel type of ways.
yes. See, the thing is, my whole thing I had to get away from first was Avon Barksdale teaching people how to box again. Remember that was a big thing in The Wire that he was a Golden Glove boxer.
Yeah.
So somehow he got out of jail.
Yeah.
And now he moved to California, and his dad all of a sudden taught Apollo Creed, so now he could teach Little Creed. Now and Little Creed is a little upset that people call him Little Creed, so he gets to a fight with a rapper that looks a little bit like what the hell's the guy named the Leprechaun dude, Lil Flip. He looks like a mix between Lil Flip and Lil Zane. So it's just a weird little guy that he just beat the shit out of like 15 different people. So they locked him in a cell by himself, and he gets mad at Rocky, who has cancer. Like Rocky just needed cancer and all this shit. Like he couldn't just be fighting just to help him. He couldn't just be fighting.
Is this
Rocky
Creed
needed
2?
cancer.
He's talking about Creed 1, I think.
Creed 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he gets in a fight with the musician at the thing, at
Yeah.
his girlfriend's thing, and then he's
And why is his girlfriend deaf? What how many deaf musicians are there? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like blind ones, yeah. Stevie Wonder, I get it. Shit. But deaf,
so she could go.
yeah. So she could do that the whole goddamn movie. So like when he's talking to her, she could take her earbud out. And then now
Like,
you know what I'm
like
talking
every
about.
other woman does, except with
With a disease.
with their listening.
That's what I got for the movie. A lot of weird hostility.
With women who aren't deaf, it's metaphorical.
Yes. I picked up a lot of hostility from Creed 1 and Creed 2. But
I
again,
thought that scene in the jail, Michael B. Jordan deserved the Oscar for. As soon as
Michael
I
B.
saw
Jordan's
it.
an awesome freaking actor, man.
But that was a scene where he had no lines.
Yeah.
And he had to just sell the
Show.
emotion, like all the conflicting emotions through just his performance.
You know, I live his life like I lived the life. You do. The life is just life. Life moves on. You got to move fast. Because you live in life, it's going to be good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know life. Fix my life outside my house.
Wasn't Little Creed rich in Creed 1, right? Isn't he
Yes.
like a rich kid? Yeah.
Yeah, he was raised in.
He was raised with money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's his? Felicia Rashad came and
Yeah.
saved him, even though that wasn't the same actress that played
No, they wasn't
Creed's
saying.
wife.
Wasn't the same one. They should have picked her up. I don't know what she's doing. But because I didn't know she was pregnant when he died. That's other shit that threw me off.
She wasn't. That wasn't her baby. He was a
Snow.
Apollo. He was a bastard.
He was a Snow.
Yeah.
So Creed is basically Game of Thrones.
Yes.
All right.
And then she came and adopted him because I don't know why. I don't know what drove
She
her
took
to
him
do
to
that.
the Night's Watch, and he grew up in the lap of luxury in the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
And then decided he's gonna follow his father's path of fucking destruction, where you saw your daddy get beat by a freaking Russian dude in the head, and then you think you ain't gonna get beat in the head by the same motherfucking Russian kid's gun?
You think the wife gonna watch her husband die, then find out he fucked somebody else the week before that,
Thank you.
and then go get the
bit
baby
the
out
baby.
of juvie?
Yeah, because now he done fucked up everything. Creed. I didn't see that part. What'd you say?
Is that sexist that they made the girlfriend deaf? Like they're like, we don't want to hear you talk. You know?
Oh,
But she still talks.
she wasn't.
She wasn't mute. She was just deaf.
Oh.
She couldn't hear. She couldn't hear when she did. She couldn't hear when
was
she didn't want to
losing
hear.
She was losing her
Yeah.
hearing. She wasn't
Oh.
deaf yet.
And then the
Did she
baby
have-
comes out deaf.
Did she have like deaf voice?
No, she
No.
wasn't deaf.
She wasn't nothing there. I love you, Creed.
I take it you haven't seen these movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I gotta rewatch these movies.
But yeah, man, then the baby comes out deaf, and then they're like, hey, then Rocky comes in, hey, you gotta love the baby the way the baby's going to be. The baby gotta be the baby. You know.
I don't even remember him being in that part of that movie.
Yeah, he was. He was at the hospital.
I forgot about that.
You gonna love her any less?
I haven't watched that movie since the.
Hey, are you gonna love her any less? You gonna love her? You gonna love her?
I haven't
Yeah,
watched.
I'm a lover, Rock. I'm a lover, Unc. I'm a lover, Unc. Okay, then
I-
why you upset about her being deaf? You gonna love her anyway? Stupid shit.
I can tell this movie struck a chord with you.
It did.
I haven't seen it since the first time I saw it in the theater.
I wasn't going to the movie theater to see it. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
Oh, I had to. I was too excited after the first one.
See, I didn't see the first. I just watched both of them the same night.
Well, as you can see, you were missing out.
I did. Him running down the street with the mini bikes and everything, and the four wheelers and everything, and then getting harder, getting stronger, getting tougher. Yeah, that's what they yell whenever Rocky runs. He's like, getting harder.
Well,
Was Meek Mill in that?
Huh?
Was Meek Mill in that? Was
No, they tried to make. I think he was supposed to be in it because they had that scene where they were riding like the four wheelers down the street. I think Meek was supposed to be
that's
in
a
that
Philly
scene.
thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a big Philly thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Somehow it wasn't while I was living there, but now
you know what else I found out about Philadelphia? Black people live there. I didn't know that from any of the goddamn Rocky movies because there were none in them. There was not one black dude. The black dude came into town from L.A.
all right,
Apollo was from L.A.
all right.
Clover Lang was from D.C.
Philly was, first of all, Philly in the 70s was a lot more segregated. and B South Philly was very heavy Italian.
Is that why they do it like this? Is that why everybody Mick?
No,
Hey Mick, don't let me down,
That's not an
Mick.
Italian accent.
Don't
That's
let me
just-
down,
that's
Mick.
Sylvester Stallone's retarded ass.
Joey, don't let me down, Joe. Hey, Adrian, I just want to know what you want to do.
Speaking of stupid shit, and finally,
Oh, we're at the end.
we're at the end. But we have one more National Women's Month story to go.
All right.
One is dead and several are injured after a woman trying to parallel park crashed into a Miami restaurant.
Sounds like true statements. Sounds like I've
No
seen that.
charges have been announced against the unidentified elderly woman who crashed her vehicle into the Italian restaurant. How do you, but parallel parking though?
Hit the gas. Hit the gas when she's supposed to hit the brake.
You're on the curb. You didn't stop when you hit the curb.
She hit the curb and just, oh shit.
What am I? Why is the car moving? One person has died. 6 others have been hospitalized after a woman crashed her car into an outdoor dining area at Miami Beach restaurant Thursday night. The Miami Beach Police Department confirmed the incident in a statement on Twitter, announcing the crash occurred on 22 Washington Avenue at around 6:03 p.m. Police said the woman, identified as elderly, was attempting to parallel park, but accelerated onto the outdoor cafe area of the restaurant when she crashed into the eatery. The woman struck several tables, which resulted in 7 patients being transported to the hospital. 1 patient died at the hospital.
Know what song she was playing when she hit the accelerator?
No.
Today.
This song will make you drive fast.
Why would the elderly woman be playing that?
She was in Florida.
If that was going to happen somewhere, it would happen.
It had to happen in Florida. It had to happen somewhere. They just said elderly. They didn't give
Elderly.
age.
What is elderly? 65 and above?
Yeah.
But she was in Miami, so she was on cocaine.
Oh, shit.
Doing a little blow de cocaína. She had to get to the parking space.
That's why she accelerated during a parallel park. How? First rule of Fight Club: don't accelerate. What are you doing?
There you go. I mean,
Why would you floor it when you tap it?
There's no scenario where that makes any kind of sense, or that's going to end well, unless your foot slipped off the brake.
see, the thing is, if she was parallel parking like we tend to see parallel parking, the front of her car should have never been in the spot to go up on the curb.
Yeah.
So she backed into these people.
Yes.
She was perpendicular parking.
Yeah, she wasn't parallel parking at all. She was at an obtuse angle.
She was T-bone parking.
She was T-bone parking. She was parking like she was going to get a DoorDash order. She just parking reckless in the goddamn street.
And what's she doing when she hits the curb? She keeps going. Yeah.
It's like, hit the curb. Might as well fuck some people up.
She had to hit the curb. That had to be what it is. That's the only thing that happens. It's like she pressed on the gas and there was a resistance, and then it hit over the curb, and it was like murder.
Yeah. Yep. Old people.
Damn.
Old women. When are they gonna stop giving old women licenses, Joey?
They don't even require parallel parking anymore.
Yeah, they do.
It's Miami. Like, don't they have valets everywhere?
So I did have a relative recently go and try to take her driving test, and she was like, "Yeah, I did. I was going to do the parallel parking part, but then like the way she did it, the way they did it at the DMV, I ain't never done it like that before." I was like, "What the fuck do you mean you ain't never done it like that before?" She's like, "The space didn't look nothing like any space I'd ever had before." And I was like. It's like, huh?
Well, yeah, it's cones and sticks, so you don't really see spaces like that.
I was like, what happened? She's like, yeah, I gotta go back. I was like, okay, shit. Everybody goes back at least once. I know I went back. I went back twice to get my my driver's license. How many times you go?
Went back.
Oh, you never got your license? I'm sorry to hear that. Joe.
No, I was the first pass.
Your first pass?
Yeah, I never had to go back. What's a go back? I ace tests.
It's one of those.
Second
That's what a go back is.
I got my
And
license.
for those listening, it's a middle finger.
I was an A1 day one driver. I was a 16 on the dot driver.
Well, you had to escape your home.
I failed my first test.
No, I had to run errands. Is what it was.
Yes.
Mom needed me to go do shit, so that's why it was prioritized.
You know why I don't like coffee?
So that no one needed to pick us up from football practice anymore. That's why I got a car.
You know why I don't like coffee?
No,
Because when I got my license, the first errand shit myself because I drink a pot of coffee. No, the first like 5 weeks I had my license, the only errand I could run in the car was going to get Starbucks for my mom first thing in the morning, and I learned to hate the smell of Starbucks, but love the smell of cake. Because I would get her a grande coffee with a lemon pastry.
Yeah.
And I'd get 2 lemon pastries because cake. And I'd see where my fat comes from. Trauma.
Yeah.
It's trauma. It's trauma and responsibility. Oh, man. We're going to get out of here, Joe.
all right.
It's been a fun week, man.
Yes, it has.
Really? You have fun with us, man?
I had fun. Yeah. I feel like an asshole. I contributed almost nothing, but I had fun.
You did fine, man. You did fantastic. Man, but where can people find you at again, Camilo?
I'm on Facebook, Joya Diaz, Instagram, Camilo D111. This Thursday, I'm at Adam Lax's show, Comedy for Communities. It's a charity comedy show.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Somewhere in DC.
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. You'll find it.
Yeah.
Joey, where can people find you at, man?
They can find me at LaFaro Comedy on Instagram and wherever you find the Dot Comedy Podcast, at Dot Comedy on Instagram, at Dot Comedy, just Dot Comedy.
Yeah.
Just find it.
The.Comedy Podcast, wherever you find that.
You can find me in a surgery center on Monday.
There you
So the next time you see me, I will be on narcotics.
Okay. Should be a fun episode next week.
Yep.
Oh, man. And I am DJ Marcus. I am.
Drug induction.
And anywhere you need to find me, you can find me right where you find the.comedy podcast. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. I'm going to start putting out some TikToks, some dance TikToks. I got to start dancing. I'm going to do these dance trends, and I'm bringing back the crate challenge.
You do the dance TikToks. I'll post reaction videos to the dance TikTok.
Okay. I'm bringing back the crate challenge, 2022. We're gonna do this damn thing. It's gonna be off.
Is that why we had the conversation we did earlier?
No,
I'm a beneficiary.
No, that wasn't the reason, but it could be.
Oh, God.
Oh man! But also, you can find me at the HaHa Center. That is where Joey is getting his surgery. I'll be DJing in the lobby at the HaHa Center. You come up between 4 and 4:45, and you can get your own song sung by Joey LaFaro. It's gonna be a gas, a stone gas, brother.
Where's the HaHa Center?
Nobody bombs at that venue.
No, except those who light up a cigarette. The HaHa Center is in Shady Grove, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Come on by the Shady Grove Medical Center. The HaHa Center is right on the campus. Oh, man. But we get out of here, folks. For DJ Marcus, Joey LaFaro, Candace August, our special guest this week, Camilo Diaz. I am the host of the Dot Comedy Podcast. I'm DJ Marcus, and we will see you next time for more fun and more thrills on the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Much worse than I thought. I wished you were something you were not, and now this guilt is really all that I got.